Struggling to figure out what to post and when to post it? Hi, I'm Dave and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about the purpose of content, how to work out what to post and when you should be posting to give yourself the best chance of getting more reach, visibility, engagement, and even opportunities. First, let's talk about the types of content. So whenever you post, you should always have or be considering the purpose of your content. There are three different types of content, three main types. You've got attract, you've got nurture, and you've got convert. Each type of content will serve a purpose to you in your pursuit of either leads, engagement, visibility, or even opportunities through sales. What you need to do is have balance between each different type of content. Okay, so first thing you want to be doing is thinking, what's the purpose behind my post? Do I want to attract an audience to me? Do I want to bring attention to me? Do I want to create as much of that attention as possible with my content? Well, if so, you're going to be looking at attract content. This is the sort of content that helps you get attention, helps you get engagement because it's interesting, it's engaging for your audience. The only way you're going to create content like that is if you're posting content such as a LinkedIn poll, which really kind of motivates engagement. If you post an article about Elon Musk, right? You're going to get a lot of attention because a lot of people know who Elon Musk is. What you don't want to do is share an article from your website if you're not very well known. What you don't want to do is share some updates and some completely you-centric content that people won't necessarily find interesting or engaging until they've bought into you. So if you want to create this large pool of people, a large audience, what you're going to have to do is create attract-based content. The next thing you want to do in this journey through content is actually post nurture-based content. This type of content is the sort of things that offer value. 5 ways to become financially free within your business, right? And you actually give them step after step ways that they can do it. It could be as simple as 5 of the most recent books that you've enjoyed reading. These nurture posts are a way to separate your audience, get them to buy into your content, see the value that they get from being as part of your network, part of your audience, and this applies across all channels. Make sure that they see value in being connected to you so that they want to see more. Your nurture content is there to separate the ones from your attract content that means something to you and make sure that your content provides value to the right people. So think about it this way. You've built a wave of an audience through your attract content. That wave has picked up, right? It's got huge. You've got a lot of people in there. Nurture content now, as that wave starts to shrink and starts to come down, is full of people who are relevant to you, who want what you sell or potentially want to learn about the expertise that you can share. Do that through recommendations, do that through suggested tips and tricks and templates, worksheets, right? Give value, don't be scared because that's the way your audience are going to buy into you. Hit that notification bell, stay engaged with you long term, okay? Then last but not least, you've got your convert content. Your convert content is what educates and creates consideration about your offer and about working with you specifically. If you're looking for a job, it's the sort of content that's going to capture the attention of your potential employers because you're going to be talking about the skills, talking about the things about you that they would find relevant from a sales perspective or from the job perspective, right? You're selling something, it's going to be promotional materials. It's going to be things that represent your offer and who you are. This could be as simple as a post saying, here is your pain point and here's how I solve it. It could be, here's a webinar I have coming up. It could be, here's a lead magnet that I want you to download, right? Convert content is basically all of the audience you've just taken in this wave and now being converted in a way that is relevant to your offer, a way that you can help them, giving them some form of action that they can take that you will benefit from long term. So think of the balance here. Attract content, nurture content, and convert content. There's 3 types, all have a different purpose, all will get you different results. Attract content, why is that going to be useful? That's going to get you views, going to get you visibility, all those impressions that we seek and crave, right? I can generate 40, 50, 60,000 impressions through an attract post. It could be a video, right? I posted a video of a dog in goal once. That video did really well in the thousands, tens of thousands of impressions. And all I did was twist it into a business message that you need to stay focused to get results. I didn't sell a thing in that post and I never would. I don't promote anything. All I do is use something engaging and interesting and turn it into a metaphor, some form of impact that my audience would find interesting. If you're talking about yourself, although we might find it interesting, your audience will not. Just remember that with your attract content. Your job here is not to sell. Your nurture content then is about creating a reason for that audience to stay, giving them value. They understand the value in being in your network. They want to hit the notification bell and they want to stick around. Give people some value. Share articles if you like, but make sure those articles and the message behind that article is really interesting and attention grabbing and circles back to how you help people. Your convert post is how you position yourself, be someone that these people want to engage to buy from. Whether that's getting them signed up into your email list, whether that's downloading a lead magnet, whether that's showcasing their intent to listen more about your expertise. All of these things are leading them to convert and take some form of action. What you can then do is actually look at the metrics based on what posts you put out there, and you start to understand which fits into which category. Okay? Check your metrics, check your analytics, and go which is getting the views, which is getting the engagement. You know it's going to be the first two. Convert content typically is going to bomb, struggle, right? Typically going to perform badly. But actually, what that's doing is creating a high impact with a small amount of people. That's fine. That's what you want. Just remember, consistency is key. Okay? Develop a posting schedule that includes a mix of attract, nurture, and convert content with good balance, meaning you want your audience to find your content more interesting than they do more promotional. So create that balance. I would suggest posting between 3 to 5 times a week if you can. But at the very least, try to do a couple times a week so you can build up some consistency. Okay? Consistency is key with content. The more presence that you build on LinkedIn, the more likely your content is to keep performing. Okay? So consistency is key. Make sure you keep posting and make sure you keep that balance. Remember, 3 to 5 times per week is the most optimum amount of times that you can post on the platform. Okay? If you can post 5 times a week, you're stamping out competition, but you're also giving yourself the most opportunity to be present to your audience at any given time. So think about it. 3 times allows you to do attract, nurture, and convert every single week. 5 times allows you to do a balance of a couple more attract, a couple more nurture, and a convert post, which will allow you to convert that traffic that you built. So bearing in mind, you wouldn't do 5 convert posts, but you would balance it lopsided to attract and nurture because that's where the value is to your audience. Your job here, not think about the revenue that you can generate, the sales you can make, but actually prioritize the value and the impact and the trust and credibility you can generate through your content. Timing matters. The best times to post on LinkedIn, there isn't a significantly valuable time that's going to benefit everyone over anyone, right? What you have to think about is, when are my audience likely to be on their phones? Is it going to be on the commute if they're taking the tube to work or the train, right? Are they going to be in taxis or Ubers? If so, then the morning could be quite valuable. If there's someone who switches off in the afternoon and likes to scroll social media, think afternoons, right? Think about when the peak meeting times are for your audience. If I'm targeting CEOs, they like meetings late morning, so I might avoid posting late morning, meaning I may not get as much of their attention. But early afternoon, late afternoon, when they're starting to wind down and they're sitting at the office a bit more and they've got time to go on their phone, potentially those are going to be great times for me to post. Just try to be consistent in those times so you can start to see results and patterns. Then you can start to replicate them. Okay? You can start to understand them, choose to avoid them, or choose to use them based on what your results are. I like to post early in the morning sometimes, 7 o'clock in the morning here in the UK. That's because I feel that gives me a bit of a setup time for when people are commuting. Okay? And people like to wake up, get their stuff done, and then they look at their phone, they check things, they make sure they look at what's going on, right? And then again, later on in the evening, I think is a good time because that's when people are sat at home, checking how things are moving, bearing in mind that people aren't on social media to buy products. So we're not trying to get them at buying position. We're just trying to get their attention when they're likely to be on the platform. So think about when your audience is likely to be most active. If they're based in the US, the UK, it's going to be different times. Post accordingly to meet with them, okay? And actually look down into the psychology of why someone will be using social media at that time. Are they going to be more relaxed? If so, would they be more likely to look at your content? And think about it that way. That will help you form a basis for when you should be posting social media. So if you want, bear this in mind. This is one last thing to kind of leave you on. If you really want to create engagement on your content, you need to leverage curiosity. Curiosity is going to be the best way for you captivate attention, and keep attention so that you can trigger the algorithm to be more kind to you. And I'll tell you why it works. Humans naturally, we are curious people. And if we see a statement, we see a question, something that we feel deserves more of our attention, we will give it more of our attention. Okay? So look at your content and think of, oh, am I asking any questions? Am I triggering a reason to engage with this post? Because those are the things that's going to help and motivate your audience to engage with you. If you found these tips helpful, please like, please subscribe, and please keep an eye out for my next video, which will help you to make more money and to sell easier online. I'll see you next time.